At 10, Harris County is working to make a positive and lasting change in our community. And one of the new ways the county is doing that is through this new program that's called Uplift Harris.
Yeah, the program is specifically meant to help low-income residents living within high-poverty zip codes. And joining us this morning to share more about the program and how to apply is Harris County Attorney Christian Menefee. Christian, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, good morning. Very happy to be here.
Good morning. Okay, so tell us about this program, Uplift Harris, expected to help a lot of families in need.
It's a guaranteed basic income program where we're going to be providing $500 a month for 18 months to about 1,900 people in Harris County. And what's important about these types of programs is they obviously reduce poverty, but more importantly, they help add people to the workforce. You hear stories about people who have been involved in these programs in other cities, and what they say is, I was able to go interview for jobs and get rid of my second job and instead find a better job, lifting myself out of poverty because I had that extra time instead of working multiple shifts at 2 different jobs.
Yeah.
So we're excited about it.
So there's an application process and only certain families are eligible. So could you kind of go through the criteria and then what the next step is for someone who might meet that criteria?
You have to be 18 or older and live in one of the 10 zip codes that we're doing the initial program in. And you have to be at least or below 200% of the federal poverty line. The application period is from January 8th through the 26th, and there's going to be applications online. And we're also currently working with application partners who will provide opportunities for people to come apply in person if they don't have access to internet or if they're unhoused.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Christian, would you say that at this point in time, you know, we talked about this a little bit earlier, after COVID, after Hurricane Harvey, inflation, I mean, this is a point in time where a lot of families are really struggling.
Absolutely. I mean, Houston already has high income inequality, right? You can be in River Oaks and drive 10 minutes away and be in one of the lower income zip codes here in the city of Houston. But coming out of natural disasters, coming out of COVID, we've seen that income inequality grow even more. So this program is important to ensuring that we're strengthening our social safety net for the people who are in our communities who want to be able to work, who want to be able to earn and make a living for their family, and who are our neighbors who we should be taking care of.
And any time a program like this comes along, people want to know, how's it funded?
So this is going to be funded by federal ARPA dollars. That's the American Rescue Plan Act. Under the current presidential administration, these are millions of dollars that are being poured into local government. So it's $20.5 million that's coming directly from the federal government. It's not coming from your local county tax dollars.
And here's another question. So we talked about maybe not having internet access, but what about those who are unhoused and they don't necessarily know, you know, what area that they live in or where they are?
When we announce the application partners, I encourage each and every one of those folks to go apply. Go apply and you can find out your eligibility when you go through the process. But there's going to be different options for proper documentation to show your eligibility, and there are going to be different processes for folks who are unhoused. And we're excited to be able to hopefully expand the program in the future because every single resident of Harris County, regardless of whether you have internet access, regardless of what side of town you live on, regardless of whether you're unhoused, should be able to participate in this opportunity.
And this program goes for, what did you say, 18 months?
18 months, that's correct.
18 months. So that's a pretty big deal. I mean, that's a year and a half of a sort of a runway, as you said, to kind of get families off and running to whatever that next step is, whatever this resource can do for them.
That's right. And this is about local government coming together to try to solve complex problems. And that 18-month period is very important because it allows us to get the data, to study the program, to see if we're actually having an impact on poverty, we're actually having an impact on how many people are entering the workforce. We don't just want to, you know, run these programs, give out money, and not actually see if it's working out. So there's going to be follow-up afterwards to ensure that the program is meeting its stated goals, and if so, you know, hopefully there will be an opportunity to expand in the future.
And if families are watching and maybe there's a little pride and they don't want to apply, or maybe they don't think that they're eligible, what is your advice to families who, you know, are kind of going back and forth?
Apply, apply, apply. I don't think any person should feel beneath anyone else because they don't currently have the financial opportunities that certain people have. Each and every person in this country deserves a fair shot at the American dream, and this program is designed to help folks along the way. It should never be a shameful thing to ask for help, and so I encourage each and every Harris County resident who might live in these zip codes to apply.
Yeah, I mean, the money's been earmarked. It's here. It's
Yeah.
coming one way or another, and it's going to be given to those who need it. So if you think you're one of those folks, then you want to go get in line and go apply.
That's right.
Go through the process. Did we say you haven't announced the partners yet, or we're going to?
The partners will be announced soon. They have not yet been announced,
Okay.
but the application will be live January 8th, this upcoming Monday, at uplift.harriscountytx.gov. And right now, you can actually go to that website, and if you're interested in the program, you can state your interest, and the folks at the county will circle back with you once the application period opens up to ensure that you apply.
Kind of get a leg up now.
State your
Get
interest.
involved now, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Can you state your interest several times? Just state your interest.
Yeah.
Christian Menefee, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Again, if you'd like to apply, we're going to link the application to our website, clicktohouston.com, where you can call 832-927-6060.